Here with Joe Schilling at the Yard. For those of you who don't know, Joe Schilling fights this Friday against Jason Wilnis at the Citizens Bank Arena. Talk to me about your opponent, Joe.
He's good. He's been like top 2 or 3 in the world for the last couple of years. We fought a few months back, and I stopped him after the second round. He said he wanted to run it back and do it again, so here we go.
What do you see differently in this fight?
I don't think you're gonna see much. I mean, I beat him every round pretty decisively in the last fight. And he quit on the stool after the second round. Said he broke his toe. It's just kind of a cop-out, you know. Pro kickboxing, and he broke her toe. I think I broke all my toes twice. It's never been an excuse, but yeah, they called it a technical knockout. So I think it'll be more of the same. When he quit once, he'll quit again.
Who else is on the card for those of you who don't know?
Tiffany Von Soest is on the card from my girl Can't Stop Crazy, and that's pretty much the only other people on the card I care about. Oh, my boy Chase Green is fighting in the contender tournament. He should do really well. He's one of my regular sparring partners. He looks real good for this fight.
Now let's say you get past Jason Wilnis, if everything goes correct. Is there a fight you're looking forward to in the future that you're eyeing?
This is my last fight with Glory. I'm really looking forward to that in the future. And so after this, I'm bouncing out. I'll be with Bellator Kickboxing, and I'm fighting on their next card in Dynamite event, June 24th.
Talk to me about Bellator Kickboxing, because I know it's a new platform. And
yeah, man, it's really exciting. You know, Bellator is decided to start their own kickboxing promotion. They got Viacom behind them. They're serious. They got Scott Coker, who's just a genius when it comes to marketing and putting on big shows. So yeah, I'm all about it. I'm looking forward to it.
What can fans expect from Bellator Kickboxing that they won't get from Glory?
Promotion, you know, bright lights and big stage and promotion. They put on exciting fights. They have great matchmakers. They put on great matchups, and they can expect big ratings, big numbers, big sponsors, and
more money.
Fights, more money.
Now, Joe, I know you're a huge fan of boxing. We just saw this past weekend Canelo Alvarez defeat Khan via vicious knockout. What did you think about his performance?
I thought Canelo looked real good. I thought Khan, I think, realized when he was in there just how much smaller he was. I have a lot of respect for Khan stepping up 2 weight classes to fight a guy like Canelo. I think it was a mistake, obviously. It was just too small. And it looked to me like Khan kind of knew he was too small going into the fight. As soon as he got in there, he didn't look like the Amir Khan that we'd seen fight in the past.
One thing I've heard you say in the past that always stuck with me was size does matter. Is this what happened in this fight?
Yeah, I think absolutely it matters, you know. And I think both mentally and physically, your shots don't hurt them as much. They don't respect your shots as much, and their shots matter a lot when they're a lot bigger than you. So I think the power made the big difference in the size.
Now, it's no surprise the biggest fight in boxing that I would love to see, that I think you would love to see, is Triple G, Gennady Golovkin versus Canelo Alvarez. Yep. How do you see this matchup?
Man, I think it's a really good fight, but I think Triple G is gonna take the fight. I think that he just hits too hard. He's just so confident. He's just so smooth. He looks really unbeatable right now. It's a great fight. I think it's gonna be a great fight for the fans. I'd like to see a war. I'd like to see it go to a decision, but both those guys can have stopping power. And I'm a big Triple G fan.
Really, why is that?
Dude's his attitude is sick, his style is really impressive, and I think his mental game is really impressive. He never looks like he's trying to hit hard. People just crumble on him. I feel like the mental side of fighting is a big part of what people miss out on. And I think Triple G believes he's gonna hit hard when he's not trying to hit hard, and that's why he hits hard. So I think he's got a big advantage there. And yeah, I don't know, man. I'm a Triple G fan for sure.
Now, when you see him in the ring move, cut the ring, use ring generalship, are you impressed with how he moves? Because I speak to a lot of trainers, fighters, and they say he's almost a perfect fighter, the way he moves.
Yeah, I just don't see him being beatable, And I've never seen him hurt in a fight. I've never seen, he cuts off the ring well. His balance is real good. Everything's super smooth. Like I said, a lot of guys hit hard, but you can tell they're fucking trying to hit hard, and it just looks effortless. Pad work, whatever he's doing, it looks nice and easy and relaxed, and just ripping every shot. I think it's a tough fight for Canelo, but I'm a big Canelo fan too, so I'm looking forward to it.
Who do you think in the future can pose a threat to Golovkin? Because according to you and a lot of fighters, a lot of trainers, experts, whatever you want to call it, at 160 he's the king.
Yeah, I think he's the king at 160. You know, I think that he's big enough to go up. I'd like to see him fight like Andre Ward, something like that, maybe up to super middleweight. You know, that's another fight I would like to see happen: Andre Ward and Triple G.
We're looking forward to the Andre Ward versus Kovalev because it looks like it's going to happen.
Yeah, man, I think that's going to be a really awesome fight too, for sure.
And one last topic I want to talk to you about is Diaz McGregor too.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to happen somewhere in the future. Obviously not for UFC 200, but do you see anything different happening in this fight?
Yeah, I don't really think that's going to happen in the future. I think that it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for McGregor. It doesn't really make sense for the UFC. I think that Nate showed that he's a better, higher level, higher caliber fighter, especially at that weight class. I don't think it makes any sense for him to do it. I mean, I hope he does do it because I like seeing my boy win and get those big checks. But I see him dropping down to 155 or 145 where he's more dominant. I don't think you know, you have a full training camp and then you fight a guy on 12 days notice and he still stops you in the first round. And stylistically, I just think Nate's too good everywhere. You know, Conor hit him with some shots, but you're hitting a guy that didn't train. You know, he was on a boat in Mexico drinking when he took the fight 12 days before the fight.
Was that true? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a fucking true story, man. True story. He was with Gilbert Melendez and their wives, and they were on a yacht chilling. And Nate actually got like sick, like everybody gets in Mexico. You know, they drink the water or whatever. So
right.
That getting sick and diarrhea and throwing up, all that shit helped him cut the weight for the fight. But yeah, Nate was not in shape for that fight. 12 days notice. Yeah, he got hit with punches, but that's what happens when you're not sharp, you didn't train. But you know, I think skill set wise, it's just not a good matchup for Conor. I'm a big Conor fan up until that fight. You know, he wasn't fighting Nate, I would have been rooting for him, but he's fighting my boy, and he gets a little ignorant with his comments and shit. He kind of went past promoting the fight and got kind of disrespectful. So I wasn't that big a fan of him, but you know, I think what he's done for the sport and his overall mental game and visualization and all that shit is impressive. I think that's important. It's nice to see.
What did Nate say about his power?
Nothing. He didn't really say anything about his power. Nate felt good the whole fight, you know.
And one last thing, if I'm not mistaken, you won a lot of money for that fight, right?
Yeah. I did pretty good. I mean, I don't know about a lot of money. I made about $6 grand on that fight.
It's not bad.
I bet on Nate and I bet on Misha, and then I parlayed both of them and it went really well. And then I found out afterwards that if you would have parlayed Nate, Misha, and the Lakers that night, it was like some insane odds, and I didn't know about it, but no, yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a good night.
Any last messages to fans, boxing fans, Muay Thai fans, MMA
follow
fans?
kickboxing, man. You guys, if you're fans of boxing, you're fans of combat sports, you're fans of MMA, follow kickboxing, Glory Kickboxing, Bellator Kickboxing. Follow me, fuck the rest of them. I'm gonna get down on Friday. I get down every time. You'll never watch a boring Joe Schilling fight, I guarantee it. You can ask anybody.
Where can we follow you on social media?
You can follow me on Instagram at Joe_Schilling. My Snapchat game is growing right now, so Joe-Schilling, and then Twitter is Joe Schilling 187.
Last question, what about your gym, the yard, where's it located?
Right here in Lincoln Heights, just outside of downtown, between right where like the 5 and the 110 meet on Avenue 26.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, man.